Hello everyone, it's Gordon again. We're outside today, the weather's lovely, so we're going to go outside to do some filming. We're going to look at some ball skills, some catching skills. I usually do this as a challenge, so please challenge everybody out there if you've got more members of the family to see who actually comes out on top. But it really is just a practice of being able to catch balls, organise your limbs, which is really important. The key with this is they must follow the instructions, so if you want to follow my instructions, that's great, or make your own instructions up in your own rules depending on who's leading it. So we're going to start off really simple, and this is important. We start simple and build, because we're going to do some catching with two hands, and most people will think, well, that's too easy and start catching with one. But the idea is that we follow the rules to be able to get the ball in two hands, then one hand, etc. If somebody does break the rules, you could have that as somebody going out of the game. If you're on your own, it's a nice one just to practice and build in anyway. As with being outside, you can throw the ball a little bit higher, which there's no restriction of ceilings. So the first thing we're going to do, and we're going to do everything static, and then I'm going to put it in and just show the progression of movement. So the first thing, we need to get our hands together. Sometimes helps with if we just put that little finger across there as we're throwing to catch, and it is two hands to two hands, and it's quite simple for a lot of people, but some people even struggle with this. I've got my knees bent, I'm trying to keep my eyes focused on there, and I'm in a good ready position, and it just helps throwing two hands to two hands. From that, I'm going to go from right hand to right hand, so I'm now catching one handed. Okay, so again, make sure you're successful before you move on. I'm then going to change hands, so it's left hand to left hand. You might find some children have a dominant hand. Again, adults, try this at home if you want to. From that, I'm going to cross over, so we're now going cross over. Okay? From that, so we're crossing over, we're going to go into one bounce and catch. So we're doing one bounce catch, one bounce catch, one bounce catch, one bounce catch. Okay? If the game would have started, I would have been out there, because we can't make that mistake when the game started, but we're having a practice. What I'm going to have a look at now, and again, if you've got a bit of lawn, etc., we're going to do a basketball bounce. So we're trying to keep that ball bouncing like this. Okay? Now, I know it's a double dribble in basketball, but we're not looking for a double dribble. We're looking to get two hands on it and try to bounce it two hands. Okay? That's all I'm going to show you. That's like your practice, so try and master those skills. Once we've got the practice, I'm going to put it into a competition. The competition, we start to move around rather than staying static. So staying a bit static first to get that catching is really important, then we can move around. So I'm now going to put it into a competition and just add a few moves on at the end to see who can do it. So the first one is just catching two hands. So we're now going to do this on the move. So I'm going to start moving around. So it's two hands to two hands. Okay, the first one there was right hand to right hand on the move now. So that's the next one that we've already done in the practice, but we're moving now. I'm still in the game at the moment. I've never lost at this, by the way. That's your challenge, never lost at this. Then from this we go left hand to left hand, so we're moving. And again, some people will find this easy, but some people will be out straight away. We're now changing hands to hands, so we're moving across. From this one, if you can remember, it is the basketball bounce, so one bounce. Okay. You can change hands if you want to, and then two bounce. It's a double dribble, so you can't do that in basketball, but we're trying that for coordination. So we've got all the way there, see who's still in, there might be somebody still out, and then what we're going to add to it is we're going to add balance. That's quite a difficult skill, so we're going to try and balance. Let me show you again. So balance. You're bouncing, trying to balance the ball on your hands. Some children will do that, they'll cheat it, or they might do this. That's fine if they want to, but try to get that balance there. Then my main sport is table tennis, so all your table tennis players out there will be really good at this, because what we're going to do now is just hitting it like this. And what happens normally is some people struggle with this one, but if you've played table tennis, you're probably quite good at this. So rather than a back now, you're using your hand. It's still basically backhand and forehand, but you try and do that. And the winner will be the one that keeps going the longest. Try your challenge. And this is where I usually do, in some schools, win the competition because of my table tennis. You can spin the ball, great finger tennis ball. You can do lots with it. Okay, I'm just going to show you one more thing that's not in the game, but you can add into the game if you want to. And that's, we're going to throw the ball in the air, touch the ground, and try and catch the ball. First, I've just doing this now, so I don't know if I can do it. So, touch, yes, touch, yes. So what we've got to do there is we've got to touch and have a look round and work our visuals in from there, trying to catch it. You could have that with one bounce, or you could have it with no bounces, depending on what you're looking for. So one more time.